What's going on, guys? No, it's been a little bit, but I thought I'd just do a quick little review. We're going to be looking at Disney Infinity 2.0, specifically the Avengers. Disney Infinity is a video game. They have their own little figurines, very similar to Skylanders. Pretty much exact rip-offs of Skylanders. I don't have the game, haven't played it, don't really have much interest in any of the other figures, but the Avengers, they made the whole set of them, so I thought it'd be pretty awesome to pick it up. Obviously they were focused on, the core movie team, but it's cool they made them, the movie team, but in comic-esque stylings. The biggest thing that I really like about them is their unique style, the unique visual style. I like this little, you can see kind of better with Hulk, this kind of blocky art style that they have. Really nice sculpts on them. So yeah, like I said, I picked up the Avengers. Been eyeing it up for a little bit. Just looking at these guys right here. This is kind of like their little, their data portion, I guess. If you play the game, this is kind of where the data is saved for your character to swap, from your house to a friend's house or whatever. But, serves as a nice base for them. So just looking at them quickly, not going to spend too much time on each individual person, but just going to kind of go through all of them. They're really pretty simple. Sculpts again are, nice, stylized, rough edge kind of look to them. If you're familiar with the Avengers movies, you kind of know who all these guys are. But then I liked again how they stayed kind of comic accurate. Falcon doesn't look like a SHIELD agent, he looks like the Falcon from the comics. Thor's kind of got like a blend of both. And he kind of looks like he does in the movies. But he's wearing his helmet. Oh, crazy. Hawkeye's kind of... I think Hawkeye's actually one of my favorite ones, if not my favorite. I just really like his style. The stylized look of him, nice. The blocky style is really nice, and like his hair sculpt, and just nice colors, nice sculpt all around. I like the quiver, action stance. Hulk's obviously coming in as the biggest one. I would say the biggest comparison I can make for these guys is going to be to Amiibos. I'm a big Amiibo collector. But these guys, I can't say that the sculpt is better than Amiibos. Amiibos definitely put a lot of detail into their figures, especially the Smash Brothers figures. But just looking at the size of this guy, and this is a heavy toy. There's some heft to this thing. The heaviest Amiibo I can think of would be maybe King Dedede or Bowser, and they're pretty hefty. But Hulk is just towering. And again, I really like his blocky style. His classic purple pants, but you can definitely tell, the muted colors isn't reminiscent to the movies. So again, pulling in that nice blend of comic and movie. Black Widow's another really cool one. I really like her pose. She's really simple. I would say one of my biggest gripes that I noticed was in unwrapping all these guys, they're kind of made to fit to their packaging. So some of them get pretty dynamic poses. They're able to be pretty dynamic just because of their body frame, while others have to be a little more toned down. Thor's more defensive when we could have had him maybe with his hammer up, maybe hammer swinging or something like that. Biggest disappointment, though, has got to be Falcon. I really love how it looks. I love what they've done with the wings. But I feel like this guy, especially in this pose, is just begging to have his wings fully out in like, a full flight stance. And unfortunately it couldn't happen because with his packaging, he's got to fit in a little box. I don't have any of the boxes, I threw them all out, but it was clear that his wings are this way because he can't fit in the box otherwise. Which, when I was thinking about it, could have been remedied if they'd put him in the multi-pack. The multi-pack that they made, these guys all came individual, Falcon too. While these guys came in a multi-pack together. It was the two of them and a little disc that you got for like a level, special level or something like that in the game. And I know why they did it. It's clever because if anyone's going to sell the double-priced pack, it's going to be Iron Man. He's probably the most popular one, which is, he kickstarted the MCU. So if you put Iron Man in something, people are going to want to get him, obviously. And they package him with what's, I guess, perceived to be as a stinker, a Black Widow. I mean, there's not much to her, she's the girl, so they make her all frail and tiny. Realistically, I really like the pose. I like that she has the most dynamic pose. And it looks really good. But realistically, I didn't buy these guys in the 2-pack. I bought these guys used separately. And she was only $4. Like, clearly, she's marked to sell. She's marked at stinker levels. When I definitely would have bought her normally. What I would have loved to have seen happen was take Iron Man, leave him in the double pack, but throw Falcon in there. It's a bigger package, and he could have had his wings, spread out, and he could have easily been the centerpiece of that 2-pack. It's like, hey, you get Iron Man, and you get a really awesome Falcon figure. Instead, you're kind of left with, just regular. Which, not bad again. He's got a really nice pose, but, you just can't see much of the wings, It's a shame. That's my biggest disappointment. Another thing that I noticed is characters with, like, Iron Man, there's not too much, like, paint detail. There's a lot of nice sculpt detail, so you can really see they put a lot of detail into sculpting him really nicely, but just not enough color. Like, they could have threw in some more light around here, a little bit darker paint just to etch some of these things out, really make him pop a little bit more. As it is, he's a nice figure, cool pose. I just wish he could have popped a little bit more. When you look at someone like Hawkeye, he's got really nice colors. They threw in the purples and the grays. You can even see the tint in his lenses. This is my idea of, a really well done figure. His little glove thing, his arrows. Like, there's a lot of nice color on him, in addition to the detail. Hulk could have probably used a little bit more. He could have benefited from, if they shaded his nipples, they could have done a little bit of muscle shading on him just to better define him. But I guess that's just kind of the style they were going for. Look, that's a really nice sculpt. And really nice detail. Muscles look really cool. Thor's got a really nice dynamic flowing cape here. A little bit softer material. Mjolnir just fits perfectly in this cube style that they're going for. You really got to pick carefully when you're looking at these. There's a lot of guys who have like derpy eyes or paint blotches. I tried to get the best ones that I could, but you'll see. You see that little paint splotch on Cap's fist. He had the best face I could find. Black Widow's got a little splotch on her face there. Hulk's got a lot. He's got a little splotch there on his shoulder. His face is got a couple of dings here and there. Nothing crazy. Nothing that ruins it. But there are some that are better than others. Not too much on Iron Man. Hawkeye looks pretty good too. But definitely be a lookout. Like I said, I paid attention to the paint apps on these guys when I was picking them out, but there are some stinkers out there. Overall, I mean, if you're a big Disney fan, the Disney Infinity figures are really nice style, and they have a lot of variety. They also have like the Guardians of the Galaxy from Marvel. They have a couple of villains, but the real priority for me was just getting the Avengers. I really like how they all, I like having this little collection all in the same style. I like how their bases are all matching this kind of smashed up city. Concrete looks like they're, straight out of Avengers 1. But yeah, just wanted to give a quick rundown. Nothing special. Again, there's no articulation or anything, but these are nice, really nice, just shelf pieces. Just put them on your shelf or your desk or whatever. Really nice standing pieces. If you get like some multi-tiered display, you get some really nice display out of them. They all look awesome together. When you get them in the right, get them together, you can get a really nice team pose out of it. Not too bad if you shop around. GameStop sells them used. You can get them individually. Best Buy has them on sale, and you can also use Gamers Club Unlocked if you have that. That's how I got most of these. They ended up coming out to about $8 or so, with some of the used ones again coming out to like $4 here and there, $5. So shop around. You can find them cheap. They've been out for a while. The next wave is going to be Series 3.0, and you're going to get the Star Wars figures. So I'm happy with what I see on these guys, so I'll definitely be checking out the Star Wars guys. But yeah, sorry it's been so long since my last review, but yeah, hope you like it. Give me some feedback. Give me some suggestions if you have something that you'd like me to review, something you'd like me to track down, or if you've got something that you want me to review, hit me up and maybe we can work out, you sending it my way for me to review it for you. Until next time, catch you later.